Hello, everybody, and welcome yet again to another installment of the MRL Sportsman series. Here for the third to last race in the season. And we are at my favorite track on the entire circuit. This track, Iowa, is so much fun. I am telling you guys that right now because this track is arguably one of the, hardest, but also driver centric tracks that we will see in the entire game. You can run the low side, the high side, the middle, and very importantly, though, especially in the trucks, your tires will really start heating up. So it shouldn't really be a big worry about this being a two stopper. But when do you pit? In terms of fuel, we're going to be looking at right around like 35, 40. That is going to be our fuel window, which is very comfortably to the end. But do you want to make that a short stop? Do you want to pit after everyone? It's going to be a lot of unknowns for this race because strategy will be a big thing. Now, in terms of the other big thing that we're going to be looking at here, that is, of course, the playoff bubble. Now, not even playoffs. I shouldn't even say that. It's to cut the top 10. We're three. Well, this being the third to last race. After this, two more races to decide who is the 10 from the sportsman side to go up into lights. Now, we have a couple of relatively unknowns. Broadcaster Clay currently is that final driver that holds the spot for the 10th place. If he has one more little hiccup, he could find himself below Fluff God. Technically, Kobe Gamer is the final spot, or sorry, the first one out of the picture. But he has already made mention that he is going to not advance next week. I am definitely curious if he's going to decide to change his mind, so we'll have to see on that. But currently, the difference is only 13 points. But then you have Monster Racing. He's been having internet issues lately. Will he be able to just hold on the entire race? Because in this no stage race, I mean, we're going to be looking at a lot of, potential movers. You can tell by just some of the signs that I have seen right now. Maybe a lot of potential for some surprise favorites because we are seeing a person that is not even here for the race. That is Hunty. Oh, very surprised that he's not able to join us for tonight. Now, that is going to be concluding us for um, the pre-race, but I cannot drop yet because I am still waiting on an invite. So, while I wait for someone to just send me an invite, I am just going to go look through the field. Now, there is one brand new person here in the field, and that is Pugzilla. He is joining us here relating to the season. That being said, however, he definitely can go out and maybe make his name known here. So, with that, we're going to unpause the timer right there, and we are going to be going. So yeah, on pole is Elite Precision right here in that number 17, but you may have also noticed that Bear Nate here in this number 99 is going to be rounding out the front row. Now these guys are going to be the ones to watch. They are the ones that are constantly next to each other. However, you can see that right behind him is Terrell in P3. And right behind them, going back up here, is Fluff God. Now, Fluff God, like I said, is below that cut. If he has any shot of making it, he needs to have a solid run here. He had a very good one last week at Road America, getting a top 10 out of this. Can he go and get it done tonight? Well, we're gonna have to find out here, but we are now good to go. And by the way, I should mention that joining us up here in the booth, I'm waiting for him to. He's getting home from work right now, but he will be joining us a little bit later on. Is gonna be Mo Power Cat, one of the new admins for the series. I'm just gonna drop him another invite before we go in, just to make sure that everything's all good. But yeah, I'm very surprised that Hunty is not in this race. Now that could be a little bit problematic later on, but for right now, I don't think so. So I'm going to be having two different POVs, one from Clay and one from Fluff God. So as we go and load on in this race, I have my respective of course, which is the broadcast chat, but also these guys here. So as we go green right here, we're going to be watching from Elite Precision's POV, and we are green here in the Corn Belt. Welcome to Iowa, my favorite track on the circuit. And just like that, look how quickly Baronet decides to just run the middle. It's almost like he wanted to just get away, but look at that 4 wide all the way in the back. Oh my goodness, and Story Square, oh, and Jagger already starts getting, oh my goodness, not quite sure what happened there. It looks like maybe a little bit of ping pong effect. But yeah, the 51 already being in a load of hurt. So those guys are looking to get back on it here. But look at that. The top side and the low side already starting to come on. And look at T-Bird right there in that number 3 truck already coming on in. But Terrell, oh my goodness, slams that door shut on that 00. And just how these guys approach these corners is something to behold here. So I see Broadcaster Clay, they're in P10 right now, and that is definitely important to realize for him because he needs a solid run here, especially on everyone that he is chasing, namely the 33 of WRX Mike and the 00 of Fluff God. So right now, that number 26 needs to continue his top 10 running right now, but it's only going to be a matter of time here to see how it's going to actually unfurl. It's only lap 4 of this race, and you can see a bunch of comers and goers already. Looks like that number 2 right here, a Pug, already fallen back to P11 right now. And right now, he's just kind of minding his own business right now. Pug, like I said, making his first start in the season. So he is looking for a solid run right here. But yeah, chat, make some noise. Who are you rooting for right now? Like I said, there's so many storylines going into this race, but who's to say that any of these guys that are currently in the top 10 can't fall out? Like I said, Hunty, currently he's not going to fall out with just one missed race, but who's to say he misses another one? Suddenly, oh, the game is on. But yeah, just look at that. The 52 of Keith right here needs a solid run. Tomboy currently sitting P2 in points. All the way back here, though, he's just basically just, I mean, he just needs to make sure he completes all the laps and he'll be A-okay. But yeah, let's kind of check on board with the 51. Looks like the 51 has already started coming on back, so it's good news for Jagger and all the Jagger fans out there. So although he brings up the rear, he is moving forward. Or at least not losing as much time. But look at that. The entire field spreads on out. Some running the top, some running the bottom. I personally am a bottom feeder here, but that's just me. So here is the O2 of Napier. Now, it was said in the Discord that as long as Broadcaster Clay, who's currently dropped 2 positions out of this, let's actually go on board with him for a hot second. He's around here somewhere. There he is. As long as he beats Napier in the O2, he will be also fine. Because essentially, let's say like if Fluff God, for example, comes on up into the top 10, essentially it's Napier the one that's getting knocked out now, and Clay will have a little bit of buffer between him and the cut. So yeah, look at this. Everyone just really just getting out there with a O2 right there. Looks like hit the, oh, he gets super loose and he is just, not having a fun time. And there he goes. But yeah, that O2 not having a fun time right now. He needs to get that ship righted, but that is great news for Broadcaster Clay fans. So let's see here. Oh, that's awesome work from Nathan. I'm seeing because I have Broadcaster Clay's chat right now. Nathan, which is Agent Orange, in case you don't recognize that name, um, is Broadcaster Clay's team owner, and he is just coaching him throughout the entire run. Nathan, I have. For lack of a better word, I have pilled him on the wonderfulness that is I. Well, look at that as the 23 tried to close that door, but the 33 was still there. The 23 of Story Square is making his way through the field, but just you can see that if you can get that top side rolling, it's going to be really hard to get himself out of it. But yeah, Agent Orange doing what a team owner does and just really just coaching his driver through it, especially with one that is so close to the cut. So the battle for the lead, though, is heating up here. The 17 and the 99 are really hot at it. It looks like the 17 has a short run pace, and maybe the 99 of Baronet has that long run pace. We'll have to see here as this run goes on. We are only on lap 13, so no one should really be feeling the effects of tire wear all that much. Maybe a little bit of looseness here, a little bit of looseness there, but no one should be like spitting loose quite yet. No, at least I don't think. But Terrell's doing a great job there in P4, looks like, but P3 is actually T-Berg. Look at that, T-Berg actually having a solid run. Unfortunately, he was having a solid run as well at Charlotte, which was his last race. Unfortunately, due to tire stops, he was not able to have that result that he would have wanted. So looks like the 32 is reeling him in, though. Lil Chris right behind that completes the top 5. And then you have Kobe there in P6. P7 is now under pressure between Story Square and Fluff. So Story Square is making his way through the field, but missing qualifying is definitely not helping out his cause. So that is P7, 8, and 9 that we're looking at between that battle. WRX Mike is that P9. Fluff got smack dab in the middle. I'm also on board with him. It looks like he is having a whale of a time. He is starting to get a little bit loose. Oh, it actually just right there. Looks like he misses the turn 1. I'm going to be watching his POV. Yes, he just, misjudges turn 1 and smacks the outside wall, allowing Story Square to get on by. Yeah, T-Berg having a whale of a time right here as we see the lead right in front of him go past again. So it looks like Baronet trying to run the top, and then you have Elite right down low. Already the O2 falling under the lap down category. So very good news for the 26, but also the 4 Monster is also in danger of falling out of the top 10 as well. He needs to get that ship righted as well. So with that, that is for P11 with Monster right there. Tomboy right there behind in P12. US Trek in P13 in that number 87 Joe Neiman truck. Keith right there behind in P14. And then you have Pug in P15. P16 belongs to Jagger. P17 belongs to the O2 of Napier. Let's kind of see as the field just goes around right now. The major battles is right here for the battle for the top 10. The 26 of Broadcaster Clay having a really good time right here. The top 5 currently not really under fire because Kobe is not quite there, but he could be here in the next couple laps. But yeah, Lil Chris, though, starting in the rear in that number 34, Jason White truck, he is having a good run right here up in P5, reeling in both, not only T-Berg, but also the 32 of Terrell. So maybe a potential podium bout right here. But right now, yeah, these two, like I said, have been the class of the series, not just the race, but the series the entire time. Elite Precision has gone on record, especially last week after his win at Road America, saying that he enjoys having that level of competition that just pushes you to the next level. Look how he just wraps that yellow line. These two basically mimicking each other when it comes to each other's lines, and that's both good and a bad thing because you use each other as that measuring stick And when you have a bad day, essentially you both have a bad day. So right now, that number 17 and a 99 both having just wonderful runs right here. Here is um, like I said, going back to the Fluff God, looks like he has dropped a P8. Still, Story Square has gapped himself from that field. However, the battle for P10 is on. Let's go on back with that. So here's a US Truck who has a really good view of that. Tomboy getting below the 26 of Clay right there. And that is potentially the pass right there. Let's see how that's going to shake on out. There it is. Yep, that is the pass for P10. So Tomboy up into P10. The 26, though, with that great run, he's going to get below it again. He's going to dive it on down to turn 1. Monster's going to try to get 2 for 1. A little bit of contact puts Tomboy up the hill a little bit. And I'm sure Clay is probably just like, hey, you know what? I did not mean that. Clay is a very clean driver. Usually whenever contact like that happens, it's mostly because of just mistake. But look at that. That crossover did work, and that 26 is now back in front. Meanwhile, the 4 is like, okay, how do I get past? I'm going to try the top right here. He's going to try to run that wall here. However, that's going to open up the door for that 87, who's going to get below. Thought about it, but tucks back in. And you can see that, a very tight battling between the 26 and the 56. Of course, we saw last week that battle for P9 between the 56, the 51, and the 94. Kobe, Jagger, and Tomboy right there. And Tomboy, he says himself that he knows he's not the fastest, but he provides a show. Oh, a big move right there between the 26. Now, I'm sure if I'm Tomboy, I was like, hey, you know what? I don't think I appreciated that. I would definitely expect a bump in return right there, but we'll have to see on that. Meanwhile, the 51, I think, has stopped. Yep, he is making his first stop right now, just waiting to see what lap we're at, waiting for one of these guys to come on down real quick. But yeah, I am seeing that Fluff God's tire indicator is on, and Story Square is going to be another one to come on down pit lane. Fluff God is going to be the first one to cross. We are at 73 to go, which means we are on lap 27. Now, ideally, you want to make it to lap 33. You want to run this tank dry. Ideally. And you want to run this tank dry, because it's not technically, like I said, you can make it in 2 stops very easily. But will it be a matter of tires or gas that we're going to be seeing be the big indicator for tonight? I don't know. It looks like to me, if I'm looking on board of Fluff God's POV, it's going to be tires. But it looks like right now, I mean, the gas is the one that's really impacting a lot of these guys. Still no view on when these guys are going to come on down quite yet. We see T-Berg as he is going on down pit lane. That is the 3 truck. So between Story Square, looks like WRX Mike, as I'm seeing from Clay's perspective, is going to be pitting this time. Everyone's going to give a little bit of way right there. Now, there is a very safe way, I will say that, to get on the pits, which is basically enter in turn 3 and just stay on the apron. However, the fast way is to wait until you're off turn 4. So watch where Tomboy is right here. Well, maybe not quite yet, but both the 26 and the 56 did the safe way. But yeah, looks like Fluff is going to go around one more time. Yep, he is within that window. Same thing with Baronate. Hang on. As it looks like Elite is going to come on down. Yep, Baronate goes, and he's going to get that lap. I don't think anyone's going to quite collect that extra point for leading a lap. We'll have to see, as Fluff God is going to come on down super very gingerly, because he has a 2%. And nope, I don't think so. I think everyone checks on out very clearly, as maybe the 87 is the leader right here. We'll have to see on that. But yeah, he is going to come on down. So yes, he actually will get the point, as the 52 maybe did not get word, and maybe the 87 sped right there. So yeah, that is just one of the big things that, I mean, you'd have to make sure that you're in your each other's hands right here. Make sure that you can actually see who is going to be going and coming onto pit lane, and we can see right here that Kobe was actually the one that got the 5 bonus points for leading a lap. So that is actually what we're going to be seeing. So the 94 currently on pit road right now. So where is he at? We're going to shuffle on through the field real quick. Up there he is. So he's coming off pit lane right now. He's going to lose a crap ton of spots, but him and the 87 are in one of the best positions in order to really make this count. Now, fuel, like I said, is well within 2 stops. But when do you stop? That is going to be the question. And we can see a lot of these guys, like the 51, the 4, the 23, all be within that big wall, I will say, of those that stopped really late, or really early. Big, of course, the numerically right here, the 51 and 52 side by side with each other. Weird how that works out sometimes. But I'm looking on board of both Clay as well as Fluff, and I'm seeing a big gap between the 17 and the and both of those guys, about half a track. So I want to say that we have a you have to say that these guys are going to be taking that pit entry a little bit too gingerly. So I'm looking at who can actually, like I said, not take that safe zone of going on to turn 3 and make sure that you can actually exit off of turn 4 onto the pits. I'm pretty sure that's what the 87 did. Unfortunately, that's what happened with the 52. So looks like the 87 did not get a speeding penalty, so good news for him. But here is on board with Clay. He is in P8. You can see right behind him is the 87 of US Trek. Tomboy completes the top 10 with Monster being P11. Looks like the 3 of T-Berg did indeed speed. Oh my goodness. Same thing with Story Square, putting him all the way in the back. Here's Lil Chris. It looks like he is in a wonderful position of P5 right here as Fluff God scrapes the wall a little bit as my POV. Oh, he's actually P4. Make that so Terrell is P3, because that's right. The 3 of T-Berg sped on pit lane. So Story Square now playing a big game of catch-up here, making sure that he can actually go the distance. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead continues. Elite there in P1, the 99 of Baronate there in P2, and you can see that little silver truck right behind. So those two definitely trying to also just if it's not one, it's the other winning this race, usually. We've only seen, apart from these two, 2 other drivers go and get the checkered flag. That was Hunty at Mid-Ohio, and then also Kobe Gamer at Talladega. Apart from that, it's been Elite or it's been Baronate the entire time. So that's why I've been saying that it's been a whale of a season for those two. Looks like Clay is now under fire. Looks like US Trek was able to get on past, trying to go on board with that. Actually, looks like T-Berg has a lovely battle of all 4 of those trucks in front. There it looks like the 87, like I said, has indeed passed. Looks like getting on past now the 33 of WRX Mike. So that is a pass for P7. Now it's going to set his sights on Fluff God right there in P6. But yeah, it looks like Mike is starting to save a little bit. I think he's starting to catch on to what's going on. Of course, going into this race, you have to know that it is a 2-stopper. That is how you make up a lot of time. Now, of course, this is pushing your fuel to the max, while, of course, that is all within the legal limit of the fuel roll. I mean, of course, no one's really like saving all that much. Ooh, big moves by both of those. As the O2 looks like got shot out of line right there. Not sure who that was. It looks like that. Yep, that was the O2. And the 4 of Monster. It looks like the 4 of Monster is maybe lagging a little bit. I saw a little bit earlier, but it looks like it's kind of has simmered down right now. He's just kind of riding the top, knowing that he's going to have another stop to kind of equal things on out. 56 laps to go here in this 100-lapper. Now, Iowa, this race is rather quick. It's looking about 45 laps, give or take. 45 laps. 45 minutes, sorry. It's a 100-lapper. I don't know why I said that. Oh, finally, our co-host finally joins us as we are now halfway through the race.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, finally. So, yeah, well, I introduced you about 20 minutes ago. So, yeah, welcome, UK. This is not your first MRL race broadcasting, of course. I think you've done one other. But This is your first Sportsman race. I'm looking at a huge battle for P8 right now. Broadcaster Clay, on top, Tomboy in the middle, and US Trek down and down below. The 87 kind of clears himself, but that's going to open up the door. He's now going to lose 2 positions as all 4 trucks from 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th are literally 3 wide, entering turn 1 again. Oh my goodness, we are seeing huge battles at Iowa right now.
I'm still loading into the track. Still walking the door.
Well, like I said, you have missed a wonderful race so far. Elite Precision, looks like we have 2 DNS. I must have missed the first one. Not quite sure who left before who, but Napier and Jagger are both out of this race. So what was 17 is now down to 15 trucks that can finish this race. So, yes, Elite Precision is our current leader right now with Baronate in P2. Then you have P3 of Terrell, P4 belonging to Little Chris. Then you have a big gap to Kobe Gamer in P5. Oh, T-Berg is also out of this race. That is another DNF. What was 15 is now down to 14. I don't know what just happened, UK. You just walk in the door and people start leaving.
They're afraid. That's what it is. Yeah.
They're afraid. Well, that is great news for someone like Broadcaster Clay, Fluff God, knowing that now there is a cap on how far you can drop if, say, you do DNF or have some kind of server connection. Story Square has been on a big connection loss lately, and he is potentially going to be one of those that is looking to end or maybe just survive the race. Same thing with the 4 of Monster. You know personally, UK, he's dealing with a lot of internet woes right now. So knowing that there is a cap, on how far you can drop is a potential race. Well, I guess maybe even season safety net that you can have. But so right now, Kobe, like I said, was in P5. P6 is Fluff God. Kobe is in a very lonely spot right now.
Oh, I think Monster just blew an engine.
Oh my goodness! And just like that, oh my! The commentator's curse.
Exactly.
Oh my God! The commentator's curse. Now that is spectacular news. If your name is Broadcaster Clay and Fluff God, it is terrible news for Monster and the Mopowa gang. Because with 2 more races left in the season, let's actually go on board with Broadcaster Clay right now. He is actually in P7 looking for P6. What's that?
About the league going on too.
Oh my goodness, so let's talk about this storyline right now. So there was 14 points separating Monster and Broadcaster Clay right now. And also with Napier exiting early, that was also 40 points that he was above the cut, and that is now suddenly going to drop Oh, this season may have been burst wide open. So you said there was a battle for the lead. Let's go up on board with that. Story Square is now down on pit right now. So, yes, looks like Elite Precision is now starting to save his stuff here. Now, UK, I don't know if you're familiar in the trucks, but here at 50% at 2 times wear in the trucks, this is basically a perfect 2-stop. Oh my goodness, as the 2 just absolutely loses it right in front of the leader. That could have been absolutely terrible.
I bet they need some new pants after that.
Oh my goodness. But yes, this is a perfect 2-stop. Like literally, like maybe like a lap saved, but other than that, this is the 2-stopper. Now, Elite Precision pit before the 99, but even then, the 94 and the 87 both stopped later than both of them, and now they are the ones that are in control of potentially going and getting a win here.
Yeah, it'd be huge for both of them if they could steal out a win.
That would be. We have Baseball Kid in chat right now. How you doing, Baseball Kid? So yeah, we have a lot of battles still going on right now. I also have Fluff God and Broadcaster Clay's POV right now. Currently, they are 6 and 7, so not much of a difference between those two views. But right now, like I said, with as many people as we're dropping right now, this is huge for them. Broadcaster Clay, as well as I think we just lost another one. Oh my goodness, is that? Oh no, okay. Lil Chris is actually just down pit road. Oh my, got me wound up there for a second. But one thing, UK, that I also want to point out now is that I'm watching Broadcaster Clays, like I said.
Is he on Twitch or YouTube?
He's on Twitch. So it's Broadcaster Clay on Twitch. It's actually one of those that is posted in social media, so you don't even need to search. You can just click it. But yeah, Agent Orange, Nathan, his team owner, is in his chat right now, just helping out and crew chiefing him. Broadcaster Clay, of course, so hard on himself throughout the entirety of these seasons, and of course, he's not had the best of luck. Some of it of his own creation, but some of it not. Whether it be lag outs or just speeding on pit road. You know, like you can't control lag out, but you can control speeding on pit road. Well, if you know a person about having pit road woes, then I'm the person to talk to. But yeah, Agent Orange is one of those drivers that is one of the best at Iowa. You can say that I pilled him on it because of how much you can gain. It's very much a driver track. So he is in his Twitch chat right now, just feeding him info. And one of the things that yes, and I think 17 already picked a lap before him, so he's just basically reacting to that, and that's where the short stopping, the rest of the field can actually be a huge benefit, because that means Elite Precision will be the new leader. But critically, though, one of the two things that Agent Orange is saying is, one, you're killing everyone on the long run, which is great news because I was all about the long runs, but also told you that they would start to back out. So that is one of the things that you just have to keep in mind, is that you will have to expect someone to have an engine failure, whether it be lag out or, you know, just a good old fashioned, you know what, tonight's just not my night, I'm going to hang it on up. So, UK... let's see here.
17 cleared.
Both Fluff God and Clay pit on the same lap, so I have an idea of who led. Kobe Gamer was actually able to stop out in front of everyone else, so he was able to get 5 bonus points for leading a lap. So we'll have to see as they both exit the pits to see who the leader is as of right now. Looks like it is Kobe Gamer, so
Clay just had the issues.
Oh, and oh my goodness! Oh, and just like that, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Just the issues, and there's nothing you can really do about them, too.
Mm-mm.
That's just racing, man. Tomboy looks like was coming on down to pit that time, and you gotta feel for it.
Oh yeah, I've had those happen before, plenty of times. And chicken bet 94s on pit road.
And just like that, yeah, Kobe Gamer, like I said, is probably in the best situation. Same thing with the 87 of US Trek, because it is 67 laps right now. They are actually literally on their money. Wait a minute. Yeah, Kobe Gamer. Okay, so 87 of US Trek pit the lap before, Kobe after. So right now, crucially, what Agent Orange is feeding him right now, because I'm sure Broadcaster Clay is absolutely fuming. He's just letting him know, hey, you still have the strategy. Just save. You have to save yourself. Yes, you spun, but your race is far from over. Not only that, because he's going to naturally pick up positions on those that DNF'd. If I'm Nathan, I'm letting him know on that. He just has to just make sure he doesn't compound a mistake with another one.
Right. Where's he at in points?
He is the cut line right now.
He is a cut line?
Yes. So, with that, yeah, so that is why he's, like, very, of course, very high stakes right now, because, especially with Monster DNFing, he is now going to naturally gain points on him, as well as the O2. Now, we'll have to see who left before who in terms of the 51 and the O2, because that could be four points right there. But, UK, like I said, with this being a perfect two-stop, Kobe and US Trek may just have finagled their way into a win with proper strategy here. I'm looking up on in terms of where everyone is right now. Currently, Kobe is P6, Fluff God P7, WRX Mike P8, Tomboy P9, with P10 being a US Trek. So that is about a quarter of a track difference between the 94 and 87. But crucially, the 94 is keeping up with the two leaders. So when they pit, if they can't make it, that is going to be the battle for the win between the 94 and the 87.
Oh, definitely. That'd be nice to see one of them two win.
Well, the 94 both have. The 94 has a win already this season. He actually won at Talladega.
Yeah, but that's Talladega.
Well, yeah, but that's Talladega. But at the same time, in a season that's been absolutely dominated by the names of Baronate and Elite Precision, I actually have just made mention that this is race 10 of the season. Only two other drivers have punched their tickets to Victory Lane, and that was Hunty at Mid Ohio and Kobe Gamer at Talladega. No one else has won besides those two.
Speaking of that Minnesota dude, where is Hunty?
I don't know. I was asking that myself. He is not in this race.
I see that.
Well, and that actually could be well. And like I said, it's not the worst of scenarios for him, because he is sitting P3 in points. He has a very cushy cut line, but if it happens again, that's when it gets a little crazy. As a 99, ooh, had a big lag thing right there. Whoa!
Oh,
whoa! All right, cool. We're okay. Well, that just happened.
Monster.
Yeah, all right. Do the monster mash. But yeah, battle for lead right here, though. Now, crucially, as much as I would say that this is the battle for the lead, technically it's really not. And I think that's what the 99 is going to realize right here as he's going to come on down pit lane. Yep, he's going to come on down pit lane as a 94 almost just claps him right there.
Will that bring the 17 down with him? You think?
I would assume the 17, I'm sure, is going to have to react to what the 99 is doing, but unless he thinks that he can do it, I'm not seeing any signaling from him, so probably not. The 94 though is in the most commanding position. And that's one of the things I love about all of the series in MRL is you can tell who did the their homework and who didn't. Looks like Broadcaster Clay and Fluff God both came on down this time. So they are kind of resigning themselves to the 3-stopper.
17 still not pitting.
17, yeah, maybe he's going to try it. The 23 has already stopped, so he is already good to go right here. So it looks like Broadcaster Clay is just going to have to go for it right now. He's kind of resigning himself to just cutting this final stint in half, just waiting for someone to cross the line right now to kind of see how many laps to go. Looks like 21 coming to 20 as soon as the 17 crosses the line, so this is the 20 to go right here. So
looks like the 2 called it quits.
The 2 of Pug? Yes, I would have to agree with that. Looks like Pugzilla has called it quits for tonight. So, that is another driver that is going to be as a good buffer between everyone else in case you do. That's a safety net right there, which is about what? So there's 14 drivers left in the running right now. No, I apologize. There is 12 drivers left in the running right now because Pug was P13. So, yes. To kind of give an update on where everyone is. Sorry, with pit stops right now, everything's a little kerfuffling. I'm actually very surprised that we have this many people DNF, by the way.
Yeah, I am too.
Especially at Iowa for like 100 lapper. Some of them, of course, was a DNF. Looks like Jagger was saying in the Discord that this was a straight lag out. I'm sure Monster was also a lag out. But you have to imagine that there was some that just probably just hung up the driver's seat. He was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not doing it.
Monster actually had a decent with his family.
Oh, well, I would also kind of classify that as like, okay, yeah, no, I need to go.
Yeah, but we're gonna still say it's lag out just because how he's been.
Yeah, of course, you know, like he has been laggy McGee.
17 on pit road.
So I guess see, unless he thinks he can track down the 99 with as many laps left, I think that's far too late. I feel like you would have to have done it immediately. It looks like the 56 of Tomboy is also going to come on down. So kind of, as everyone is crossing on through right now, you have Story Square in P8, soon to be P7 because of Tomboy coming on down. But crucially, this puts the lead to Little Chris in the 34. I just went past him too. Little Chris is currently leading right now. He has yet to pit. I wonder if he's going to just save to the end. I don't think this is... Because he was one of those that were pitting with everyone else. So if everyone else is basically giving up this strategy, I feel like it's time to get off of it as well. Unless you're Kobe and US Trek. Because those two have definitely the tools in order to make it right now. In fact, actually, there's the 99. It looks like 34 is going to come on down this time. So, yep, he is abandoning this strategy right now. Again, just very, very late, unless he's going to try to take 2. Maybe then that also could be another redeeming thing. Tomboy is in P10 right now, just as a little bit of just kind of catching up right there. Broadcaster Clay is right behind him, though, so I wonder if Clay is going to be like, hey, you know, I didn't appreciate what you did earlier, and kind of maybe move him out of the way. So we'll have to see on that. Currently, no one has passed for the lead quite yet.
That will give the lead to the 94, so let's see if he can...
There is the 94, so let's go on board with him and see where he is in conjunction with everyone else. So there's the 56 and the 26 that we were talking about. So where's the 87 at? Because that would assumably be our P2. Oh my goodness, come on, where you at? US Trek is battling with the 32. Oh, no, he's already been passed by Baronate. Right? Yeah. Yeah, he's already been passed by
Yeah,
Baronate.
17's still in. 17's gonna be there in a lap.
Yeah, so I don't know if US Trek must have lost too much time while saving, because he is now getting swallowed up by the 99 as well as the 17, and that is for P3, meaning the 94 may have just absolutely snookered a win out of this. Waiting for Fluff to go on down. He's 1 lap down right now, so there is 11 to go. Or sorry, 10 to go. 10 to go right now. And here's the 94. No worries between him and Tomboy. That is not for position. We are looking for Baronate, though, in terms of where he is. So he's going into 3. How about this? You go on board with Kobe, and I'll tell you where Baronate is in conjunction.
Okay. He is in the middle of 1 and 2 right now.
He just crossed the start-finish line. So you can tell that he's going to be absolutely just chugging, getting as much as he can out of those tires. But that 99 is going to be really fast. And I wonder where the 17 is going to be in comparison. US Trek is also, by the way, getting passed by...
across the finish line.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold up. Am I missing something here? I must be. I have to be missing something here. So right behind US Trek is the Fluff God, and I'm seeing from Fluff God's POV that the 87 is not in front of him. Is Baronay fighting to get back on the lead lap? Is this basically race already won?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we'll have to see on that, because that could be huge. But crucially, you also don't want a tire to blow. I guess we're going to have to find out. So all we know, truly, is that the 94 is the leader right now. That is the only thing we do know. And that the 87, I'm assuming that him and the 99 are probably on the same lap, but like Fluff God and maybe Story Square are probably a lap down. So I would assume that the 99 is still in P2, but as it stands, I think it's going to be far too late. Clay is 2 laps down. We are 4 to go here in the Iowa cornfield. Fantastic. I guess. So, I mean, UK, I know you only joined halfway. So you missed a bunch of crazy battles in the beginning of this race. Did you expect something like this to come on out, with someone being able to save, or I guess as many people, let's kind of flip it on its head, as many people to not save in order to do the 2-stop?
I'm surprised that more people didn't try to do that. I would be one to probably try to do that.
I mean, especially if you have a very hefty point gap to the cut, I would have to say, you know what, just try it. You know, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, like, right. Sure, you'd probably lose, like, maybe 6 spots, but if you have, like, 250 points above the cut, I mean, you can afford 30 points, you know? So, like, why, yeah, why not try something different? 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go?
Yep, 2 laps to go here in this race. The 99 is absolutely just chugging to try to catch that 94, but right now, that 94, as long as he can make another lap around this joint, he has this race already won. And I think, I mean, unless his tire absolutely blows. No, that actually, I think that was that was the final lap. The 94, apart from Elite and Baronate, goes and collects his 2nd win of the season. Excellent job.
Baronate was on the lead lap.
Baronate was on the lead lap. Looks like I'm seeing it that we do have 6 drivers that were on the lead lap. So okay, so that does mean that US Trek follows up his P3 finish last week with P4 this week. So excellent job from him, with Elite being the final nail in the podium. I can't wait to see the Discord right now. Who is mad right now? Let's see. Well, Clay obviously. Clay has every reason to be mad. He did
Oh,
nothing wrong. He was just literally in the worst place. Absolutely did nothing wrong. Um, but yeah, Kobe absolutely does everything correctly and gets that win with Elite having the fastest lap. So let's actually get everyone up in here for this booth. UK, do you have a preference on who you want to interview?
no.
All right, well,
I'll let you interview him. And I'll just ask some questions because I came in late.
all right, that's fine. Um, Clay, that's heartbreaking.
It is
Um,
heartbreaking for Clay, man.
I'm just reading the Discord, and that is Oh my god.
It helped Monster out because of the issue that he had.
Oh yeah, and that could have been literally make or break season. Clay was running P7 at the time. Oh my goodness. All right, Kobe. I just totally passed Baronade, by the way. Um, Baronade and down to the E for Elite. Uh, all right. So as we wait for our top 3 to get up in here, um, US Trek in chat saying, best race I've ever participated in MRL. Good, clean racing. Excellent job. Woo! Hey, getting praise like that means I'm doing something right. So yeah, we do have confirmation as well that Story Square did speed on that first stop. So, whew, that could have been, oh, that could have been bad right there. Um, let's see here. We're just waiting for everyone to get up in the booth right now.
We're
Um,
just, we're just missing Colby.
just missing
No, I'm
Kobe, of
here.
course.
Oh, never mind. He is here.
Never mind then.
Bring in
Um,
that top of my screen.
um, so do we have everyone then? Normally at
Yeah, I
this
reckon.
time, I guess so. Normally at this time, I get the full results. So I guess the only drivers that we were missing, it was apparently Jagger that left before Napier. But even then, it was T-Berg that left before him. So to kind of go in reverse order. So Jagger P17, T-Berg P16, Napier P15, Monster P14, Pugzilla P13. That was our DNFs for the race. All 5 of them. Very surprising. Keith P12. Clay P11, absolutely heartbreaking for him. Tomboy P10, Mike P9, Fluff got P8, and Story Score P7, Terrell P6, Lil Chris P5, US Trek P4, and then we have our podiums of Elite, Baronet, and Kobe in that order. So, let's just get this out of the way. Iowa, if you guys know anything about me, or if you want to take anything out of this race that you didn't already know, I freaking love Iowa. And what I just saw was some of the best racing I've ever seen. Now, I know the saving was part of it, but that was a masterclass of strategy by the 94. So let's start with the 17 here, Elite. I saw in the Discord actually that you said you should have taken 2 tires. Take us through your race and then subsequently the final stop.
Uh, yeah, my car. I don't know. Like I just didn't have. When I saw Baronet pit, I saw he short pitted, and I was just like, you know what? Let me just do the opposite. Because even if I would have pitted a lap after him, like he probably would have came out in front of me regardless. So, um, I don't know. Like I should have. I thought 4 tires. I thought I was gonna have enough time to make up time with 4 tires. I chopped it down from like 7 seconds to 2 seconds. But looking back on it, I should just do 2 tires.
Well, two tires. And actually, kind of as a rebuttal, it looks like Baronet kind of already answered that question. That he was not quite there, because he did also do two tires. But you two, I'm gonna also join with the 99 of Baronet on this. Were incredibly fast. Just what happened with that? Is there a certain reason why you guys couldn't do the two stopper? Preset choice maybe, or what happened?
Uh,
Just
you talking to
tires.
me? Oh,
Both of you actually.
um, my tires, I just couldn't. My tires was getting burned up too easily, so I couldn't do it. I didn't even think fuel was gonna come into play, but some people made it work. So, but yeah, I didn't think that Kobe was gonna make it, so I was still worried about Baronate, and so I still would have lost the race. Um, by taking four tires, I should have just took two. I probably would have been right there. We would have been probably battling if I would have took two.
Well, I guess either
It don't matter
way,
though.
I guess either way, you still had a another podium to add to your resume. Starting the season so late, I think, I mean, already in the top 10, and also just extending the gap due to the misfortunes of everyone else. I mean, unless you just straight up just miss the next two races, I feel like you're very comfortably in the top 10. UK, do you have anything for a P3 finisher?
Um, Watching you in the 99 battle is really fun to watch. Next year, you think you can keep on battling with him? Have some very good races next year? Because you guys will be in
Um,
the same series, won't you?
I think so. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, me and him probably won't even be the class of the field. Probably gonna be somebody else. You just I don't know what the roster is gonna be looking like next year. So
See about that.
yeah, but yeah,
Watching
I'm
you two battle is really, really entertaining to watch.
yeah, it's fun. I enjoy racing Baron. He clean and gives room. Like I don't have a problem with him.
All I know is I need to get this cup championship winning out of the way so you two won't come and stink up the show for me.
I wish I would have. I wish I would have made the first couple races because it probably could have been a closer championship if that was the case. But with all these podiums I got, but
Well,
yeah,
well, either way, that was a really exactly. I just want to just echo what UK was saying. You two were the class of the field tonight in terms of pace wise. Unfortunately, not with strategy, and to kind of also bounce also with what you guys are saying. You two will also be joining lights together, so we'll, maybe that championship battle that you were talking about will have to be maybe the lights championship. Who knows? Um, but Baronet, to kind of to go to your side of things here, you were absolutely closing on down to 94 of Kobe there at the end. Just unfortunately, just 2 seconds shy of being able to make it, and like basically probably like another two more laps probably would have did it as well. Just the race as well was very solid. Just what was that catalyst that was not able to make the two stop and had to go into the three?
Well, I thought I could have made it work based off the first run. It was just kind of not using much brake, letting it get to the bottom and letting it roll through the corner all the way. I think that's where I beat Elite in the first run at least. And I kept getting runs off of two. So I kind of just, whether he was going to pull away or not, I was kind of dedicated to save as much tire, see what it can do. Because I didn't practice for this race, and I've never raced Iowa with trucks, so I don't really know what to expect. Um, so I went like 33 laps the first time. Second time, as soon as I tightened the truck up, the tires just they ate more, and whether I slowed my pace down or not, I just based off the setup, I guess it wouldn't have helped. So I already knew Kobe was gonna make it off of that second stop, so it's just my plan was to take two tires sometime through the runs so that it won't handle like crap. And truck was great. It was just running him down. I just didn't have time.
Well, and like I said, you probably only needed like maybe like two more laps, and you could have got there. Maybe would have pulled a Chase Briscoe-esque move and just turned hard left, maybe. But maybe
That's
thankfully
a
for you,
rough
Kobe.
topic. That's a rough topic to talk about.
Well, I guess maybe in terms of Kobe, that probably would have been a very a good thing that that didn't happen. But Bear Nate, yeah, you're already locked into lights next season. And essentially, you're just making sure that you clinch the championship. Now, we are taking a week off next week to go to Darlington. What do you have in store for Darlington? Maybe potential. I mean, I don't know. To resume that winning the winning way.
Yeah, it's just the strategy races. I mean, we've gone a streak of races that it's just kind of been strategy, so it's a bit disappointing because, it doesn't always necessarily come down to, the best guys in the field in terms of pace, and you just get these races where it's saving. I mean, even one of my wins was a saving win, and I was pretty disappointed about that race because it was just, I don't know, it's just not that great of a thing to just spend the whole race saving. But yeah, if Darlington, if things go my way, hopefully it's not, as big of an issue to save tire there, and I'm pretty good there in the cup cars. So it's just really a matter of what happens and what the race length is and whatnot. See if I can mess with the setup. I mean, I'm kind of winging it because I didn't practice for this race, so still got second. That's what, 9 podiums this season.
Yeah,
But
your streak was broken last week at Road
last week,
America.
yeah. That I kind of felt like I didn't want to do the saving thing there, so given my point situation, I was okay with missing one. My stats are still great. Still got a bunch of front row starts and bunch of poles, bunch of wins. I mean, I'm still gonna end the season with the most wins, regardless of what happens now. So something to look forward to.
Well, there we go.
You'll most likely be the champion too. That's also
Uh,
another good
It's going to
thing.
be incredibly hard to do that. Honestly, at this point, I think it's going to be incredibly hard to for the 99 to not win the championship. I think it's like literally
You're right.
like not show up for the next 2 weeks. Um, but yeah. Let's just get straight into it with our winner here. Now, Kobe, you it's been what 9 races since your last victory. You are the only person. Where are you? Where is the 94? I forgot. I don't have it. Oh, that's right. That was on my PS4. All right, cool. I guess I'm gonna go with the custom then. Kobe, you won the first race in the season, Talladega. You all have also, in the time frame, have said that you do not want to move up to lights and that you want to stay in Sportsman for another season. Are you sure? Because with the performance I saw tonight, it definitely was. You had must have practiced in order to know, hey, this is the strategy, this is the way.
Absolutely not. No, no, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even practice coming into us, and during the first stint, when I managed to stretch the fuel all the way, basically till I about blew the tire, I'm like, maybe I could do this. Then I made a little adjustments to the truck based on what Tom was telling me, and I'm like, no, we're going back to the stock, and I did. And on that last stop, came out right behind BK and Elliot, and I was like, I'm in a good position. And then me and Tom are talking through it, and we're like, I'm the only one that can make it so far. And everyone just started pitting, and I'm like, I'm slowly freaking out. I'm like, am I going to win this? But it was all luck, no skill. I'm going to be honest with you on that one.
Well, well, I mean, I feel like you have to at least give yourself some credit with getting the strategy win. I mean, like
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
I mean, come on. There's skill involved with knowing and actually utilizing how to do it.
Yeah.
So
Mostly
Kobe,
luck, no skill. Mostly luck, a little bit of skill.
Well, either way, you put up a barn burner of a performance. It was actually you in the 87, but I don't know what happened to US Trek in order to potentially like lose as much time as he did. But you were able to both maintain pace as well as go out and actually get it done. I mean, it was fantastic. Everyone had a fantastic race. UK, what do you have for our winner?
Well, that was a huge win, especially if you wanted to move up the was it lights next season? Is that the expanded series lights?
Yeah, lights, yeah.
If you really want to move up, that was been a huge win because you'll be definitely in the top 10 now. With Clay having his issues and Monster and Racing, he had the issues too. So you,
And Napier, yeah, as well.
Basically, everyone on the cut line had an issue today.
yeah, everybody
Yeah.
but Elite.
And everyone but Elite and Kobe.
Yeah, well, obviously because he won.
Well, yeah, obvious. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just like pointing out the obvious. I'm Captain Obvious today.
Well, I know you're that every day. But was you worried about your tires or anything at all in that last run?
Absolutely. The last few laps, when that tire light came on, I'm like, oh boy, I gotta save a little bit.
What lap was
'Cause
it,
I-
by the way?
I didn't pay much attention to what lap. It was probably like 10 to go, maybe.
Oh
10
God, 10 to go, and
what-
he nursed 20% tire.
What percent did you finish on? that
I'm
was
trying to think. No, it was probably
0.
it was probably around 6 to go, 6 or 5 to go, and I was in turn 3 and 4, and the tire light came on, and I told Tom, I was like, uh-oh, tire light came on, and he was like, how far is BK? And we looked, and we are like, he's coming close. And I was like, okay, back up the corners a little bit, try to get it within 4% per lap, and we'll be good. And I think I finished with like 5% on the tire. 4%. I was cutting it close. If there would have been another lap or two, BK would have got it. Hands
He may
down.
have one tire or two.
Well, I mean, that's definitely
But
something
they
we've
got
seen
that.
before. We've seen that before, like literally on the last lap, just tires being blown. We even saw that at Charlotte, NASCAR Extreme in the Sunday 4. On the last lap, blew a tire, gave up the podium, still finished 6th, but on the last lap, the right rear blew.
Larson at Pocono.
Larson at Pocono. That, but I'm just saying, it's something that we have seen
Don't bring it
before.
up. Don't bring it up.
But yes, so to kind of not make sure that these interviews don't go for too long, because I feel like we've kind of dragged these out for a little bit. Congrats, guys! I mean, like it was phenomenal racing, both in terms of speed and strategy. Kobe, you had your second win of the season. Now, actually, like I said, it's been either one of you four, Hunty as well being included with that has won this season. So excellent job. That also invites you to this coming Saturday for the Cup Series. And of course, with Elite, with your win last week, that also invites you as well since we didn't get the race. So Elite and
Ooh,
Kobe,
where are we
you're
running at?
Indy Oval this coming Saturday.
Ooh, let's go.
Oh,
Man, it's been
Do
a,
I just run a custom 94?
yeah.
Alrighty.
it's been a long time since I ran that on track.
Actually, I think there's a cup scheme for it too.
I do believe so. No. Oh yeah, there is a cup scheme for it, so you could use that.
So
if you want.
I'll just run that because it's basically a copy and paste to the truck.
Marcus Hook, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are not done technically with the week so far. We have Challenger, the start of the playoffs, and of course the UK. You're actually leading the point standings there. So that's gonna be Darlington, the Lady in Black. So we'll have to see how. Hopefully you don't get too much of a Darlington stripe.
I'm gonna be in that fence a lot.
Gonna be wall banging. But
Yeah.
Darlington, unless you get that stripe.
Exactly.
But yes, Baronet, Elite, excellent job completing out the podium here. So with that, we're going to close on out for the night. Thank you all so much for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure. Heartbreak for some, triumph for others. And that is the beauty of Iowa, especially in the Sportsman. That is why I love this series so much. So with that, we're going to close on out. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.